They say the Japan perfected the turntables. They say the Americans created hip-hop. But let's reason for a second. Before hip-hop had a name, before DJs were celebrities, before scratching became an art form, there was Kingston, Jamaica. And in Kingston, the turntable stopped being a machine. It became a weapon. In the 1950s, in the streets of Kingston, men like Clement Croxton Dodd and Duke Reid weren't just playing records. They were building mobile sound systems, massive speakers, hand-wired amplifiers, turntables pushed to their limits. This wasn't a club. This was a battlefield. They call it sound clash. And if your sound system wasn't louder, cleaner, heavier in bass, you lost. So innovation wasn't optional. It was survival. Now, here's where it gets serious. Jamaican selectors didn't just play records. They rewound them. Pull up. Wheel it up. When a tune hit hard, they spun it back. They extended the moment. They manipulated energy. They understood something powerful. The crowd doesn't just hear music. The crowd feels rhythm. And then came toasted men like you, Roy, and Big Youth. They didn't wait for a song with lyrics. They grabbed the instrumental and spoke over it, rhythmically, confidently, commanding the dance. That right there, that's the DNA of rap music. Now watch this. A young Jamaican youth moves to New York. His name, DJ Kool Herc. He carries Kingston in his bloodstream. At block parties in Bronx, he does something revolutionary. He uses two turntables, two copies of the same record. When the drum breaks finish, he switches to the other one, extends it, loops it over and over. That technique, the breakbeat, that culture, hip-hop, but the mindset, Jamaican sound system culture. Now let's get a bit deeper. Producer like King Tubby's and Lee Scratch Perry, RIP, they weren't just mixing songs. They were deconstructing them, dropping vocals, boosting bass, adding echoes, playing with space. They treated the mixing board like an instrument. And that philosophy changed electronic music forever. House, techno, drum and bass, all of it carries a piece of Kingston. Forget hip-hop, forget reggaeton, you can call it music, carry a piece of Kingston. So let's be clear, Jamaica didn't invent the turntables hardware. That came later from companies like Techniques in Japan. But Jamaica reinvented how the turntable was used. They turned it into a performance tool, a crowd control device, a storytelling weapon, a rhythmic instrument. And that's innovation. Not mechanical, but cultural. And cultural innovation travels further than metal and wires ever could. So next time someone says hip-hop started in New York, yes, that's right. But the blueprint, the spirit, the system, all from Kingston. And this is why Jamaica is one of the most influential musical nations on earth. Small island, global impact. And that's not opinion, that's history. Little, but we're Talawa. Small, but we're mighty.